So we've gone through some of the niches in cybersecurity. We talked about GRC. Now, GRC was when we're talking about the cybersecurity frameworks. Now, mostly GRCs are those that actually make use of the frameworks. Though it's everybody's duty to actually know about the frameworks for you to know if your organization is actually not going against data privacy laws. But that is actually the main work of the GRCs. They are the ones that actually know all the legal aspects of cybersecurity. So we've done GRC like that. Then we did threat intelligence and incident response. Now that is for the SOC analysts, Security Operation Center. That is what they do because they are on the defensive side, which is also known as blue team. So today now we are talking about digital forensics. So introduction to digital forensics. Now, what's digital forensics? Now, digital forensics is the science of collecting and analyzing digital evidence. Now, key objective, identify, preserve, present digital evidence for investigations. Now, just like we know from the general word forensics, forensic has to do with investigation, science investigation. Now, when you now add digital, that means investigation on digital devices. So what digital forensics is all about is making investigations on anything digital. So for instance, now if in a crime scene, probably a PC was confiscated and as an evidence, and they needed to crack into that PC or to do some investigations on it, this is where the digital forensics come in. So they can investigate on a device that they don't even have the information to log in, or the login information. They don't have the login information. They can always perform forensic analysis on such devices. So that is like what digital forensics is all about. So they do investigations on anything digital, be it your phone, IoT of things, just anything digital. They do investigations on digital devices for evidence or any illegal activities, or if they are called upon. So that is what digital forensics is all about. Then the importance used in cybercrime investigations and court cases, and critical for recovering deleted or tampered data. Now, as cybersecurity personnel, you need to understand one thing. So once you have a digital device, be it your laptop, your phone, if you don't want whatever is on your phone or whatever is on your laptop to get out there, it's better you don't put it on that device at all. Or better still, you have to destroy that device into ashes. Because if you delete from today to tomorrow, if a digital forensic analyst gets hold of your device, it's a sorry case. Everything you think you deleted can actually be found. Same thing goes for your online presence. We all have digital footprints online. All your likes, all your comments on TikTok, everything can actually be traced back to you when a digital forensic analyst is done on it. So we have digital forensic investigation process. So we have the investigation process. So the first one is identification. That is, locate relevant digital evidence. So the first thing is to locate the relevant digital evidence, the ones that are actually relevant for the investigation of the case. Then we have preservation, ensure evidence integrity. So once you've located a relevant digital evidence, the next phase is presentation. As a digital forensic analyst or a digital forensic personnel, you have to be able to preserve evidence. Then the next phase is collection. Now gather evidence in a forensically sound manner. That is, you need to gather the evidence as a forensic professional. Then we have analysis. Then examine the data for clues and patterns. This is when you start working on the data. Then we have presentation. Create reports and testify in court if needed. You know, I told you in cybersecurity, presentation and reports is very, very critical. You have to be able to make reports. So types of digital evidence, we have computer forensics, as well we have the hard drives, system logs, emails. We have mobile forensics, SMS, call logs, app data. Then we have network forensics, these packet captures like using Wireshark. Then we have firewall logs. Then we also have cloud forensics. We have data stored in cloud environments, e.g. Google Drive and AWS. So these are different types of digital evidence. So common digital forensic tools. So popular tools, we have Autopsy. Now, Autopsy is an open source digital forensic tool for file system analysis. We have the FTK, which is Forensic Toolkit, Comprehensive Evidence Analysis Tool. And we have NCASE, used for forensic investigations and data recovery. Then we have disk drill, used for data recovery on storage devices, just like the one I told you guys to download, which we'll be making use of for you to see. Then we have two use example. Okay, we'll do that later. Now, challenges in digital forensics. First, we have encryption. Now, password protected files, encrypted communication. So one of the challenges they actually face in digital forensics is trying to break an encrypted file. So always trying to break an encrypted file is one of the challenges, especially if the file was well encrypted, because you have encryptions that are not really strong. So if the file was well encrypted, it might be difficult, though not impossible, but difficult and take time for them to actually crack that file. Then we have anti-forensics, techniques used to hide or destroy evidence. Now, anti-forensics, this is, they say, a technique used to hide and destroy evidence. Now, there are techniques that can be used to hide evidence. I forgot to tell you guys, I don't know if we will be able to do that. So now there are actually techniques whereby you can hide evidence. One of the tools used for that is called OpenStego or Steghide. Now, Steghide is used to hide files. For instance, I can hide a write-up document inside a picture file and send the picture to you. When the picture gets to you, you can actually recover the file that is inside the picture. But when if an ordinary person sees it, the person just sees it as a normal image. Meanwhile, it has text embedded in it. I think it's called, if I remember, I'll tell you guys. So we have data overload. Now, large volumes of data must be analyzed quickly. So imagine you have lots of data that you need to analyze, and you must analyze it quickly. So that means you might have so many sleepless nights. So these are some of the challenges faced in digital forensics. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name. So we have the legal and ethical considerations. So we have data privacy laws. So we have the GDPR. GDPR is an organization set up by the EU for data rights protection. We have the EPA. That one is in the US for health data protection. So compliance when handling sensitive data. So as a digital forensic personnel, you also need to be compliant with the GDPR laws and the EPA laws when handling sensitive data. Now, we have the chain of custody. Ensure evidence integrity from collection to court. You have to ensure evidence integrity, that is to make sure that the evidence is not being tampered with from the collection to court. Then we have documentation. Always document. You have to always document your process or everything you are doing. Then importance of maintaining detailed reports. You have to always maintain a detailed report. I remember. So the process of hiding files is called steganography. Yeah, it's called steganography. So you can always hide a file inside another file or something. Yeah. We have forensic best practices. Now, investigation guidelines. Use proper tools and methods to avoid evidence contamination. So you have to always use proper tools and methods to avoid evidence contamination. Then document each step for legal validity. So you have to always document each steps of your process for legal validity. Then tips of reporting. Clear, concise reports detailing findings and conclusions. That is, your report has to be very concise in the sense that even if a layman is holding your report, he or she would be able to understand what your report is trying to pass across. So this is it for the slides. We need to move into practical. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, so let's go with the disk drill first. So when you open the disk drill, so you have this kind of interface. So now it will show you all the hard disks or any disk drive that is connected to your PC. Now this is my local disk and this is a flash I put into the PC. So now let's try something. Let us create a, let us put a file here. Let me see, coming. All right, as you can see, it's give me the version. But if I now have it installed, it will not give me that version there. Okay. So let's check the commands there. We have OpenSSL. H. Okay. Can you see my screen? You can see my screen clearly, right?
Yes. You know this person.
Okay. So now these are the different algorithms that we have. All these algorithms are the different encryption algorithms that we have. So you can decide to use any of the encryption algorithms to encrypt your files. But for this class, we'll be using this one. We'll be using DS3. Okay. Coming. All right. So we'll be using DS3. So the command to encrypt, we have open SSL space ENC, then dash CME. I not even check the file that I want to encrypt. So let's do it like this. Let's just add what is inside new file. So we can see what is inside new file.txt. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we want to encrypt that now. Space ENC dash ES3 dash in the file you want to encrypt. New file.txt dash out what you want the file to save it as. So let's use N the txt. can touch it. Now, so let me explain this command. So now, OpenSSL, that is the software we are using. Now, the ENC means we want to use an encryption algorithm under OpenSSL. The DES3, that is the encryption algorithm that we decided to use. Wait, there's supposed to be another command. I'm coming. There's supposed to be something before that. Wait, there's supposed to be. All right. So ENC, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So ENC means you want to use an encryption algorithm under OpenSSL, while -E means we want to encrypt. Then DES3 means this is the encryption algorithm that we decided to use. You know, I showed you all the algorithms that you can actually choose from. Then in means the file you want to encrypt. Out means the file you want it to save as after encrypting. Then it's okay. I did not explain salt. Now salt is just like adding extra layer of defense of security to your encryption to make it difficult for hackers to actually decrypt it. Why it's iter means iteration, that is, you want it to iter it 1,000 times. It's also a way of also adding another layer of security to your encryption. You can decide to use any number. You can decide to use any number just for it to iter your encryption. So you say enter, and you put in your password. Type it again. So now let us check. So it has saved as.
Sorry, what password do you put?
Any password you want, not your login password. Any password you want to use as the password for the file.
Okay.
So that if you want to decrypt it, you have to use that same password.
Okay.
So now let us cut what is inside that file now. As you can see, it is already encrypted. It is no longer in plain text. You know, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before. So now it is this. So now to decrypt this, you use the same command, but the only thing that changes now is this E changes to D. Then this one is the file that you want to decrypt now. So that is E. So we want to decrypt it. So now what we want it to save as after decrypting.
Check the file properly. It is PYT, not YPT. PYT. And your exactly.
Thank you. PYT, all right. So now we want to decrypt the file now. So enter. So put in the password I put. So now let us check. As you can see here, it has decrypted it. As you can see, it has decrypted the file. Now, there is actually an advanced way of generating a password instead of a random password, but we cannot do that. We cannot do that now. So you can generate a 16-bit password, a 32-bit password. There's a way you can actually generate a password that wouldn't be easy, because using a random password might actually still be easy for hackers to hack it. But when you use a 16-bit or 32-bit password that is generated that even you yourself, you don't even know it, then it will make it more encrypted. But this is just the idea of encryption. You get that, right? So now once you send the encrypted file to the person you are sending it to, if it is being captured in transit, it will actually show that it is encrypted. It will not show the plain text. Now you send the file to the person. Now you also have to let the person know this is the method, the decryption method you use. Then you also send the password to the person. Or better still, if you are encrypting your own file yourself, you have to have a place where you are saving your password and also the encryption method you use, because that's the same thing you're going to use to decrypt. You get that now?
Yes.
You get that? Yeah, right.
Yes.
So for the last one, we are talking about steganography. So steganography is the process of hiding a file inside another file. So let me look for something. So this is the file, this is the image we'll be making use of. This is the image we'll be making use of. So I want to, let us hide this decrypted or encrypted. Which one should we hide inside, the decrypted text or encrypted one?
Anyone.
Okay,
But let's use the decrypted one since it's not encrypted.
Okay, let's use this. All right. So somebody should read out the commands I put on the chat. Oh, wait first. So for you to check, so you can say Steghide -h. I was doing this one again. Okay, so these are the parameters that you can actually use under Steghide. These are the different parameters you can make use of. So EF, we'll be making use of this EF, which is embed file. Then which one again? Then we're making use of this XF, which is extract file. So read out the command I have there. Think Steghide. Can somebody read the command for me? So Steghide embed.
CF file name. The file name.
Coming to. Okay, so CF means cover file. That is the file I want to actually embed something in. So what we want to embed now is the EF. So we want to embed this text inside. So I press enter. So passphrase, enter passphrase. Passphrase is also like a password. Form of password that you want to use. I use so now I have embedded a text inside this image. So if I send this image to you normally, you would think it's just an image. You understand? But the moment you also come and extract the file I sent through it, you realize that it's not just an image. So the next command is for you to check if that particular image or that particular file has something embedded in it. You get? So what is the next command? Give me the next command.
Steghide info file name.
Space info altogether.
Yes. Space info.
Space info.
Yes. File name.
File name. All right. So it's not correct.
That's what it is. Steghide.
Oh, sorry. It is the image that we want to check in for, because the image that we embedded something in. Sorry. All right. So try to get information about embedded data. Yes. Passphrase, that is the password I used. Now you see it told me that something has been compressed into this file. You understand?
Yes.
So the next command is now for you to extract. If somebody sends the image to you Now for you to extract that particular image. Now stuff like this, the image can also be used to embed malware codes. Do you understand? You might just hide it inside an image, send it to your PC, and try to execute it through the image. Do you get it?
Yes.
So the next command, what's the next command?
Thank you.
So this is the command to extract. So we have Steghide extract space -sf, then the image, then what you want it to save as after extracting what is inside. So let us try it. So the passphrase I used. So now let us list. We are looking for testing. All right. So testing. Let us start now. So can you see? This is what is inside the file. So now this is, where is the image? Okay. This is the image you made use of. In case you are wondering what the image looks like. So this is the image you made use of. So can you see that you can't even see that anything is embedded in this image? You understand? Until you send it to the person and the person checks it through the same method you used to embed it to discover the file that was embedded inside. Do you understand?
Yes.
So digital forensic analysts too, they try to investigate stuff like this to see if you actually saved something inside. You get? So what they do is they will just try to crack the passphrase if they don't have the passphrase. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is
sorry.
we have got.